Hello everyone, my name is Mark and I've been doing sort of content creation for around a year now, and I've learned a lot. I've bought a bunch of expensive gear and I'm going to try to impart some of my knowledge onto you, whether you're a client, so someone who would employ someone for photography, or if you're a photographer and wanting to learn more about the process, what gear you need, and I'm just here to answer a bunch of questions. So I'm pulling back the curtain on all of that. Hopefully you guys will like this series, and I'm really excited to share some of my knowledge with you. So without any further ado, let's get started. And just a side note, because no one really watches these YouTube videos all that often, I'm gonna be going into a little bit more detail about some less than ideal deals that have been proposed to me by potential clients. If you're currently paying me to do work, you're not on this list, don't worry. If you have paid me to do work in past, you're not on this list either. It's only people who try to squeeze some free work out of me. Hello, and welcome to my living room, where we're gonna be discussing the most universally recognized form of photography, portraits. Photos of yourself, families, whoever, just photos of people. Why is that so expensive? Let me explain. Before we even leave the house to take pictures of you, there are a few things we need. First of which is a camera body, which is often sold separately from the lenses, from anywhere between $700 and $4,000. And that camera body, the one that I'm using, is around $1,300, which I would recommend to anyone, Sony a6400 if you're wondering. But then you're gonna need a lens, because the kit lens that often comes with some of these cameras is garbage. You're not gonna get a professional look, and you'd be wasting the client's time and, quite frankly, money, because the photos aren't gonna impress them. So you'll need something like this. This is the cheapest 50mm f1.8 lens you can buy for a Sony camera, which is $400. That's really expensive, especially when Canon sells them for $180. But this little guy is gonna give you wonderful image quality. It's gonna have some really bad defects, like really bad kind of fringing around the edges and everything, but it'll be able to make you some money. But real photography lenses are gonna cost you anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000, which is a lot. So even with my setup right now, we've got lens for $400, we've got the camera for $1,300, you're looking at around $1,700, and add on another $80 for a memory card to be able to save the photos. That's a lot of money. And not everyone can afford to buy that just up front. And so some of us might be on the hook for financing. I'm not personally, but some people might choose to finance their gear just to make it a little bit more affordable. So we literally cannot afford to just take photos for free and just take photos willy-nilly, because we have to pay for it. We have to see some return on investment. And that's the problem, is people ask us, oh, you can just come and take pictures of me or come do some headshots for me. It's just practice for you. It's not practice. We have to be able to afford our gear, otherwise the repo man's gonna take it away. That last spiel was meant all for clients mostly, but if you're a photographer looking for a good lens to start out with, this is one of them. I'd recommend it to literally anyone. It'll make you some money and you'll be good to go. Whereas this lens, if you need a little bit more flexibility, you don't just want to shoot at 50mm all the time. It's a Tamron 17-70, which is a 25-105 equivalent, basically covers all the stops, f2.8. It's a really good lens, but it's $1,200, which is a lot for most people to swallow on a first lens purchase. To illustrate my point, I'm going to shoot some self-portraits of myself with the 50mm 1.8, which I would recommend if you're getting started in the space. This, which you should throw away, it's the kit lens, and I would not charge anyone for photos using this lens. And the Tamron 17-70, which is what I use for all my car photos. Let's take some pictures of myself. Hopefully that's helped you understand photography a little bit better and some of the costs associated with just going out and shooting, because unfortunately, it's a little bit too expensive for most of us to just do freebies, which is what a lot of people unfortunately tend to expect if you own a camera. If I hit you up and say, hey, I want to take photos of your car, whatever, then that's on me, that's on my time. But if you hit me up saying, hey, let's take photos of my car, you're gonna be paying for that time. And we haven't even started on editing, but that is for another episode. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please give maybe this video a little bit of a like or a comment if you relate to any of this or any of these situations, or just how much gear costs. Feel free to rant about that down below. I'll see you on the next one. It's been great, and peace.